Live.
All right, we're live. Hi everyone. Welcome to another Moonbuilders Workshop. There was a last-minute change, and I'll be filling in for Kevin. If you don't know me, my name is Alberto, and I work at developer relations as well, like Kevin. And today we have Annie from NFTScan. So if you don't know, NFTScan is a professional NFT explorer and data open platform. They provide developers with a very professional NFT asset data search and query functions, including NFT collections, contracts, wallet addresses, NFT hashes, and other stuff related to NFT in general. So today we have Annie, and she will show us how to basically query NFT data on Moonbeam and how to use NFTScan's NFT specific API and how you can integrate in your own projects such as wallets, markets, social products, DeFi products, and so on. So I'm actually very eager and excited to hear about what Annie has to tell us about NFTScan. And a little bit about Annie's background, right? So she joined crypto, and she used to work for medical and aesthetic device company. So she comes from a very non-typical background like myself. So it's really cool to see that. And she was in charge of customer relations and consulting in European marketing departments before joining crypto. So after joining the Web3 industry, actually Kevin I think Kevin met you, Annie, or not? But at some point, or not really?
It's okay. I didn't meet Kevin before, but some connections we have with Moonbeam since a long time ago.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm really happy and really happy to have you here. I'm really eager to hear what you have to say about NFTScan. If you have any questions at any point in the presentation, make sure to use the Ask a Question button. And at the end of the presentation or during the presentation, if I see fit, I'll just pop in and ask you the question. So thank you, Annie, and go ahead.
Thanks, Albert, and thanks, Jimena, for making this Moonbuilders Workshop, and thanks everyone for listening this sessions with me and Jimena and Albert. And maybe you want to know something more about NFTScan. I'll have a brief introduction. Actually, NFTScan is a professional NFT exposure and data open platform. Our project orientation is like blockchain infrastructure, and our vision is to become one of the most influential infrastructure in the blockchain field, providing developers secure and stable data service. For now, we have 3 products. The first is our exposure, the NFTscan.com, and we provide developers and users with professional NFT assets data search and query functions like the NFT Collection, NFT Contract, wallet addresses, and NFT transactions, and other multi-dimensional data search queries. And the another product of us is the Open API. We have an open API platform, and which supports the full amount of NFT data of the, for now, have 6 chains, and Ethereum, BNB, Polygon, Moonbeam, Arbitrum, and Optimism. And Moonbeam is the 3rd chain we integrate with our product. And for now, developers have 10,000 free calls per day. But at the same time, we also have a professional version of paid service to meet the larger scale data requests. In addition, we also support the customized API interface to meet developers' needs for NFT data in various business scenarios, like the marketplace and the social fine and the related NFT projects. And the last one is that we also provide the NFT analytics. We provide the professional institutions and users with a global free version analyst function of NFT on-chain data, which I will show you later, like the trending, discover, trigger, top holders of one NFT connection, and other data analysts that can assess the users in making the investment decision. And our aim is that at the end of this year, we will support blockchains. It also will including Solana and Kissing, Tezos, Flow, Avalanche, and others. We also have many users cases that if you are interested, you can check in the check later. And also, if you want to know more information about NFTScan, please check the Twitter NFTscan.com at Twitter, and as well as the Discord. And for now, let's explore the NFT explosion of Moonbeam together. As you can see, you can check the all NFT data on Moonbeam page. For now, Moonbeam have 18,452 NFT assets, and they total have 217 stacks contract address, and 115,905 NFT transfer, like the transaction, the transfer, the sync, the mint, and also we have 12,468 wallet address on Moonbeam, and those data are all real-time refreshed. In this page, you can see the real-time mint NFT on Moonbeam, as well as the real-time transfer NFTs on Moonbeam. And if you are interested more about NFTs on Moonbeam, you can check here the analytics. First, let me check the trading. The trading will show you the hottest NFT connection on Moonbeam. For now, we can see the first one is the Glimmer apps, and the second one is Moonpage, and you can check those top trending connection to buy or sell or do anything you want related to NFTs on your project, and including integration and build your own project like borrow and things. And the third one is the Moonbeam legendary punks. And also you can change the time here, like the period in 15 minutes is the moon page, and also you can check into the 30 minutes, 1 hour, 6 hour. Oh, it seems that the moon page is very hot. And in 12 hours, and this is the one day, the top trending connection on Moonbeam. And also you can have the discover page. This page will show you the amount of the new NFT appeared on Moonbeam. And here you can also change the time that we can see. How about 1 month? The number of the new NFTs in 13 days is 10,187. That's quite a number, but I think NFTs develop ecosystem on Moonbeam is still in the beginning period, so developers can have a large space to develop their own NFT project, and NFT developers can also release the new connection on Moonbeam and to boost the development of the NFT on Moonbeam ecosystem. And we can see here is the top mints of the Moonbeam's NFT connection. Here is the citizenship passport, blockchain monster item, PNAs, blockchain monster, and the vagrant teens Moonbeam. And here you can also see the top buyers on Moonbeam, and this address spend wow, that's a large number, spend this much of total volume on Moonbeam to buy or sell, and this is the top sellers on Moonbeam, and he sold those amount of NFTs on Moonbeam. And here you can also change the time of the NFT-Scan to check more details. And here we have the tracker. The tracker shows the top 15 gas cluster. Those projects spent this much of gas fee in like 1 hour, 12 hour, or 24 hours. And also you can check more to check more NFT information on Moonbeam by change the page. And also you can connect your wallet on Moonbeam and to check your NFTs. And if you want to use the data on Moonbeam, of NFTScan have retrieved, we provide an open API. That's today I will show you how to query all NFT data, no matter whether they listed on Moonbeam.com or moonbeamnftscan.com, or the data not didn't show them on this page, but you can also retrieve that will help developers on Moonbeam related to NFT project to integration into their own project, like if they want to build a marketplace on Moonbeam or an NFT social fund project, or like some other NFT related projects, they can all use our data and to boost the prosperity of NFTs. First, you can click here, the open API, and then you'll get into this page. You'll sign in with your email address and you can set your password. For now, I have already signed in. My email is like this. Oh, the verification code. I need the code.
Hey Annie, so actually, before we go into the API part, I could take this time to ask you some questions about the Explorer itself. So I guess what you just showed, right, and what NFTScan has been working on is basically on the idea of that, basically the blockchain has a lot of data, right? It has a lot of data, very, very hard to get a lot of times. And so the problem that you have is that you need to have a way to be able to easily retrieve this data, so that users, explorers, or developers can really easily find it and so use it for their own benefit, right? I think you can try to send the code again to see.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Can you repeat your question?
Yeah, no worries. I'm waiting for you to be able to do the sign up process. No worries.
Okay.
All right, there you go. You got it. Okay, so can you jump back into the Explorer tab before?
Yes.
So here, basically, I guess here, what you guys are doing is that you're indexing a lot of the data that it's very NFT specific, right? Only NFT specific. You don't care about general transactions. You don't get about token transfer. You're only indexing the NFT specific data, and you're presenting it to the user in a very nice and neat way. And so I guess when you talk about stuff like trending and discover and all that, you basically said for a project to be trending, it has to, for example, have you're organizing this data, for example, for the highest price or any metric that you consider that it's probably volume at this stage, right? And so what you're doing is that you are indexing the data and you're presenting it to users and developers in a way that they can retrieve it so that they don't have to do it themselves on the blockchain, right?
Well, that's totally correct. Thanks, Albert, for making the deep explanation for NFTScan and for me.
Yeah, and so basically, why do you think NFT explorers are important in the space?
First of all, as I mentioned, the NFT ecosystem on Moonbeam is at a very early age, and for now, Moonbeam is lack of the NFT infrastructure. So I think the best way to develop the NFT ecosystem on Moonbeam first is to build the infrastructure on Moonbeam, and then many other developers can use the NFT infrastructure to build their own project and save them time and money. NFTScan exposure is do things like this. We build an NFT infrastructure on Moonbeam, and first we can provide Moonbeam's NFT users with a very clear NFT data. As you mentioned, the lowest sale, the highest sale, the total supply, the trending, the discover, the triggers, and users can use the Moonbeam NFTscan.com to check all those NFT informations and to help them to know what is the popular NFT on Moonbeam ecosystem, and what the next stage of the development on Moonbeam about NFT-Scan. And the second thing is that we also provide the open API to developers on Moonbeam so that developers can directly use our open API and integrate to their own project if they need, like if some developers, they want to build a marketplace on Moonbeam and to help users to sell and buy NFT more easier, and then they can use our open API to integrate into their own project. And in this way, I think it's not only saves them time and money to query all this NFT data, and the more important thing is that we provide an infrastructure on Moonbeam, which is very important. I think that's why NFT explorers on Moonbeam have a space.
Understood. Yeah, and I think one thing that it's important to highlight is that, and this was another question that I had, but I guess I can answer it myself. Is that dedicated NFT explorers offer more granular information about NFTs than any other general block explorers like EtherScan, right? I mean, for example, we offer EtherScan on Moonbeam called Moonscan, and I guess the main idea here is that because your NFT is specific, you can dedicate yourself more to provide a better sort of like quality data for NFTs than that trying to be the more generic explorer that offers more generic data, right? So I guess that's the main benefit.
Wow, very nice explanation. Thanks, Apple.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. All right, I guess we can move to the API section.
Okay, no problem. When you registered on the with your email and you will go to this request, the API key and the secret. For now, we have the version 2. The open API docs of us, we have upgraded into version 2, and you will only use the API key to request the data, and all the here this part shows that you have 10,000 free requests per day and 10 calls per second limit to provide to users, which are free. And here shows that your own information about your email, and you can reset your password and about the open API. And here will show you the stat will show you the requests you used on Moonbeam open API and the account which used on Moonbeam. And here, let me back to here. You can only use the API key to request the data you need. For now, I will copy this, and then we'll go to the API docs. On this page, you will show the overview of the API. The NFT-Scan API help developers build the new experience, retrieving NFTs and data analysis. Also, we provide a set of endpoints that enable users to fetch ERC 721 and ERC 1155. Also the NFT asset, as well as transaction, connection, marketplace statistics, and more. And here shows our multi-chain, the domain name, the field description, the code, message, the data. And here is the asset model. You can see here is the field name, the contract address, the contract name, and you can check all those fields. And here is the description of those fields. And here, if you have anything unclear, you can check the examples. And here shows you the metadata specification, the types for the field, content type, shows as the below. And here is the formats for the field, content URI or image URI, like this. we have 3 types. The first one is best 16.4, and it's like beginning with the data, image, blah, 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 blah. And the second is centralized URI beginning with HTTPS. And the example is here. And the last one is for the IPFS, the decentralized saved with beginning with QM. Here is like the example. And for IPFS, you are supposed to add an IPFS root domain prefix to complete the URI, such as here you can see blah, blah, blah. And here shows the transaction model. You can check the detailed information. The transaction model represents one transaction for an NFT asset on the blockchain. And here is an overview of the field content in a transaction. Like the hash means transaction hash, and here is the example. And here is the gas fee, means the transaction fee in decimal. And here is the example. And also you can have the timestamps. The timestamps means the time step in milliseconds on transaction. And the example is like this. We also have the token ID, ERC type, sent, receive, amount, and we also have the description about those fields. And also you can have the example on the API docs. And the last explanation is the connection model. The connection model, including the field, the connection model represents an NFT contract address on the blockchain. And here is also an overview of the field content in a connection, like the field name, the contract address, the name, the symbol, the description, the website. And here is the description to explain the field name. I think those things are easy for you guys. And here is the example. If you have any question, you can ask me now, or if not, I will continue. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, let's like try to digest all this, because it was a lot of information, but it's super interesting, right? So I guess the asset model basically represents one NFT, one specific NFT that it's saying Alberto owns the Apple NFT, okay? And so in here, you're showing basically all the information related to one specific asset that it's saying, Alberto's asset has all this information, like you said, basically. Then that is to represent an asset. Then the transaction model, if I understood correctly, is basically all the fields or all the data that correspond to a transaction that an NFT was transacted with. So that's why, for example, you mentioned the timestamp, because I guess I'm not an NFT expert, but I guess in NFTs it's very important, the timestamp, because it is sort of like the ownership, right? I mean, I started owning this NFT at this time.
That's very important to timestamp.
Yeah, and then you have other stuff that are important as well, like the token ID and so on and so on. And last, you mentioned the collection model. And so if I understood correctly, the collection model, it's a little bit above of the asset model. And the collection model represents, like it says on the screen, an NFT contract address. So basically you have the contract that it's able to mint a lot of NFTs. So actually mints a lot of assets. So that goes back to the asset model. But the collection model is above. It's like the mothership where, all the other assets come from, I guess, right?
Yes, the collection model means the detailed information on one single NFT contract address, and the asset model means the detailed information of one single NFT. That's very correct.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, thanks. I'm just trying to, because this is the sort of the first time that I've looked into the NFT-Scan API. So I guess it helps that I'm like trying to understand as you go. But yeah. I mean, that's great. All right, thanks, Annie. You can continue. Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay, it's very great. Thanks, Albert, for helping me about this. And here, as you can see, we have many APIs, and this part is a retrieve assets, and this part is retrieve transaction, and this part is retrieve connection, and the last part is the statics. And here we have some other an API if you need, and we can also customize API for developers if they need. Let's set this as an example: retrieve assets by contract address. That means if you need the whole information under one single contract address, you can use this API and just change the chain to Moonbeam. And let me set one example. Like if you need, let's take one as an example, like the Glimmer apps. As you can see, here is the detailed information of Glimmer apps, and this is the contract address, and you can copy this address. And if you click into the NFT connection, you can see the detailed information, like how many items did this connection has, and the owners of the NFT connection, and the 24 hours lowest price, and the 24 hours average price, and the 24 hours traded value, and the 24 hours sales and highest price, the total value. And here is also the website, the Telegram, the Twitter, and the Discord about Glimmer apps. And here is the description of the Glimmer apps. It shows that Glimmer apps organized as the first Moonbeam DAO and the second generation connection of GMR and the Jungle. It total has 30,333 NFTs, and it's mint on the April 3rd. The time is past. And here you can see all NFTs under this contract address, and also the activity, the transfer, the detailed information, like the transaction, the gas fee, the value, the timestamp. And also we can see the top holders. Whoa, this one have 836 NFTs of Glimmer apps. And also you can check the analytics, and we can change the time after 13 days. You can see here is the transaction distribution, and also here is the trading of the price. Here is the total value. You can also change the time here. On 22 May, the total value is 200 Glimmer and the price is 200 Glimmer. You can have the detailed information of this. And don't forget to copy the contract address. And then let's back into this one. Retrieve asset by contract address. Don't forget change the chain to Moonbeam, and let's copy the contract address here and just click this, try it. Okay, and here is the request response of Moonbeam's open API, and here is the all NFT data of Glimmer apps, and you can use those data to integrate into your own NFT project, which will build on Moonbeam. That will helps your project a lot. And if you also want something else, like retrieve a connection by contract address, let's just and try it. Here also, this endpoint returns information for a connection with the Galen NFT contract address. The endpoint will return the connection model in the field. Here you can see, here shows the attributes value, the detailed information of NFTs, and as well as this contract address of this NFT project. So developers on Moonbeam can integrate those data on their own projects. And also, we have many other open API like retrieve asset owned by an account like this. We find a top holders. And like this one, we'll copy his wallet address. And here is his account address. And here we'll show you the ERC type. These things you need to complete, and the rest things you can fill if you can also fill in if you want. And let's try it. Let us wait the response. And here you can see all the NFT data owned on this address. In this way, if you need to build an NFT social fine project, you can use this NFT, or you can use this open API to attract all NFT related to this wallet address, and to check his information, to have a step on this address like he is a very NFT crazy guy or what, or he's not interested on NFTs. And
so let's once again do a recap, so make sure that I understood correctly, right? So these endpoints provide a specific information, like the endpoint title says, right? Let's say I want to retrieve assets owned by an account, owned by, minted by an account or whatever. So the idea here is that you guys have a very efficient database with all this data already nicely prepared for developers, right? And the developers can, using the API key and filling out some information, can use this. I guess this is based. Is this REST or JSON? This is REST, I guess. So they're using this REST API to basically query this. I want to get this information, and then you guys will actually present it to them in a nice way, because all this information is in the blockchain. But the problem is that in the blockchain is just not really organized, right? And you guys have organized it in a way that they can digest it. So I mean, this could be very helpful for NFT marketplaces or even NFT minting dApps that because you're providing sort of a more granular information that is already digested and clear, right? And so you have different free endpoints, but you have also pro endpoints, which are a little bit more specific and provide more different information.
Yes, that's correct. Well, in Pro API will provide more specific information, and if you need some API that we don't have, you can also ask your request, your demands, and we can also develop the API you want to meet your development needs.
Cool. And do you know, for example, how many API requests do you get per day, or any number that you can share on that part?
Yes. For now, I don't have that much, but in here you can see, like now, in one single day we'll have like 300,000 that much request number to fit the developer's needs.
Oh, that's really cool. That's 300,000, but that it's NFT-Scan as a general, or that it's only for Moonbeam, or that it's NFT-Scan in general, right?
That's NFT-Scan in general for Moonbeam. For a single chain, we do not account, but for in general, it's like that much.
That's really cool.
Okay.
All right.
And that's those things like I want to share with you guys today. And if you have any other question, we can talk here.
Sorry, I was looking for the mute button. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any questions from the community, but even though if you missed this video, you can check it out because it will be live in our for the future. I mean, this will be helpful for people in the future as well. Personally, I don't think I have any other questions. I think the idea of NFT scan is pretty clear. Because I think people are familiar with block explorers in general, right? I mean, the idea of block explorers is already a familiar sort of idea in the blockchain world. So what I think what's new or different about NFT scan is that it's a blockchain explorer, but as specific for NFTs and a specific endpoints for NFTs. So I guess this is really cool. Do you guys have plans of supporting Moonriver or just Moonbeam for now?
We'll support Moonriver in the future. We are our developer teams are discussing about this, but we have talked with your team members that they say the Moonbeam and Moonriver do not have much difference, so we'll index Moonriver's NFT data in the future.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I think the NFT ecosystem in Moonriver is quite active as well. So I do envision that this will be really helpful for Moonriver. And yeah, another thing that I wanted to point out, and I don't know if you have any information, is that I'm guessing that doing the integration for Moonbeam and Moonriver was sort of easy because you are based on Ethereum projects, on EVM projects, right? And so because we offer EVM compatibility, I'm guessing that using NFT scan for Moonbeam was straightforward.
Yes, EVM compatibility is very helpful for us. That's will much easier for us to index the NFT data. But the on-EVM chains need much more time, so we'll first think about to index all EVM compatible data or compatible chains to index the NFT data.
Cool. Well, honestly, Annie, I don't have any more questions. I would like to thank you for your time and coming to this Moonbuilders workshop. I do think that this will be something that is very helpful for the Moonbeam and Moonriver community because if you want to build a really nice looking front end with really great data presentation and so on, I think an API provider such as NFT Scan is truly key for this. So once again, thank you for joining here, and yeah, I mean we'll probably see each other around in the space. So
okay, no problem. Thanks, Albert, for helping me about this presentation. I can see that presentation, and thanks for helping me about the workshop, and also thanks for Jimena to make the Google Docs for me, and thanks everyone to listening.
All right, bye. I'll see you around. Cheers.
Bye.